Ah yes, beautiful carnage on stream. It is a new day, it's a new stream. Welcome, welcome, hello everybody. If you like days where stream happen, but can't necessarily make them, and that's why you're watching it on YouTube right now, remember to subscribe. VOD channel almost monetized. Need all the subs we can get. Those are very pretty missile tracers. I do like how they added ion trails for missiles. It's very good. Very, very, very good. Alright, let us spam the universe to let people know the stream is happening, and then I will check the workshop for stuff and also things. Can you believe it? Stuff and also things. Hello, Bullseye432. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Okay, I have spammed social media. I should really delete my Twitter. It's kinda useless. No one likes the Twitter except the people who do. And good for them, I suppose. Right, let's go. No, I don't want to give you money, Discord. I appreciate you a lot, but the stuff you sell, I no want. Ooh, okay then. Aperture Gaming was streaming earlier. Ah, very good. Very, very, very good. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, nope, I was... Alright, don't get distracted by stream. Hey. Kelpie was visiting, she's now leaving, but do not worry, she will be back. She'll be back. She'll be back and better than ever. Okay, I've spammed there, I've spammed there, I've spammed there. All very good. And what do I do now? Check workshop. No. Plutono hub. Right. Plutono hub. Hell yeah. Pinned. Whee! Plutono hub has been pinned. Ah! My mum has sent a video. I can deal with that later. Bead order wise. Hello, Elival. Thank you for butchering my name in such a delightful way. Okay, what was I doing? Spammed. Pinned. Spreadsheets. I wave my finger. My finger is the magic wand which makes spreadsheets happen. I use my finger to spread the sheet on toast, and then I eat it. I'm in an interesting mood for stream today. Very interesting. Okay then, we have built. Oh, I never, I never updated the bloody spreadsheet. What did I call this thing? All right. First thing I'm gonna do update the spreadsheet. So over here. This is the... What is it? This is the... What did I call this? The voluntary... Voluntary Rehabilitation Thrustercraft Factory. And that is now the new longest name. So we're gonna do that. It feels good to do that. Hello, Orange. Hello, hello. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of dogfighting going on. Why is it called a dogfight? I don't even know. Alright. I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. We need to inspect the workshop. Inspect the workshop. Gonna inspect the workshop. It's gonna inspect the workshop. And ooh, the Pamaloxon rebuild. Hey, Elival! You did it! Pamaloxon rebuild, there we go. Awesome! We get to start by looking at a thingy board. Amphitas. One, let's see. Most recent. Okay, we're good. So, ball. Most recent. There we go. Okay, Glacave. Wisdom. Sooty, the wisdom today is drink lots of coffee, have wonderful poops, and life will be good. Hey! Thank you, Sooty. Ah! I'm doing the pop star thing. I'm pointing at the ceiling. My sound's being weird. Oh, does the sound good for everybody? Someone quick redeem Canoe before he makes it to Stonelight. Please don't. JK, please don't. And hello, Exist Fur. Well, congratulations on the watch streak. And hello. And Elivel, congratulations on the watch streak. And Death Pancakes, very much enjoyed placing mannequins on this thing. Which thing was it? And Twitch is doing a thing and not working. Ooh. And congratulations on your watch streak, Tungsten Cube. Have you ever had a dream where, yes, Elival's rebuild. Alright, neat. Alright, so Glacave, that's what we were looking at. Nothing new there, workshop-wise. Damn it. Alright. And most recent, anything new in Stonelight? Nope. Alright, so we got a... Ooh, that looks very pretty. Grow a bit over the older version, kind of had to happen. Da-da-da-da-da. Don't put yourself down, Ellie. This is a very self-deprecating description. Alright, we gotta look at the thing. And I just gotta check the spreadsheet. Where are we? So we're there. So we've looked at the light. And then we gotta look at the... Oh, this is the stream where we get to look at the terrifying triple weapon placements. So that's the goal today. We're gonna be looking at the Pulsar, Neutrino, and Solar Flare. And that's gonna be really good. But in the meantime, we need to look at the new and improved Pamoxylon. Downloaded. Should have done that second, actually. Save. Perfect. And content. That's not correct. And there we go. I've now watched 5 ads trying to refresh the stream. Thank you for the money, but you have my sympathies. And John McFist is currently on a 20-stream streak. Amateurs. Well done, John McFist. I just hit them with the 25. And hello, Fire Force 5, first time chat. Hello, knowledge of line between territories. That's me! I do like how people play with my username. It's very fun. And well, and hello, Marcel. Right, we are in Plutono, also known as Plutonail by savage people. Right, let us go. Let's look at this new and improved Pamoxylon. Actually, let's just quickly check the spreadsheet. Actually, you know what's better? I have a different spreadsheet I can check. I have so many spreadsheets, and all of them are wonderful. Pamoxylon. How do you spell the Pamoxylon? Palmoxylon. I've been mispronouncing that this whole time. There it is. Alright. Camo needs to be removed. Front is a bit plain and could use Deco's greebling. Okay, so there's not actually that much notes on this, but there's a whole ass rebuild. Ooh. Let's have a look-see here. And get that out of... There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I like this. I mean, that does visually clip a little bit in there, so... There's a little bit of visual clipping, but that's a real nitpick. Yeah, shouldn't this be... What? Shouldn't this be like... that? Or am I missing something? Elival, enlighten us, please. Yeah, okay, lol. Where do you fit recoil absorbers? Wherever they fit. Tube in the gun. I replaced my legs with recoil absorbers so I could survive any fall. Hopefully they're 8-meter ones. Soup Mr. Waz, hello, Amivoid! Alright, this bit looks a little bit weird. Because again, like visually, we've got like some clipping with the blades and these beams, which is just visual clipping. What is that? So I think I would recommend replacing these with slopes, so we get a nice round, clear thing there. Ooh, very nice, very nice, very nice. I do love it when people set up propellers in a way that looks good. And it's the new sails! We got the new sails on this! Hell yes! Very good. Very good, very good. And we got little plants here. Cult of the Dryad would be proud. How are we going for... What's the firepower of this thing? It is almost entirely APS. Oh, right! Like the Pamoxylon... Ah, yeah, it's one of them things that does like that. Let's look at the old one. I do not remember the old one very well because there's way too many craft in this there's way too many craft in this custom campaign. I wonder whose fault that is. All right, escort airship. Hot escort airships in your area. Aha! Okay then, so... Alright, so that's about 92,000 materials. And this is a little bit more expensive, but that's okay. And I see here... Aha! It's doing the thing. Because this one is a fixed broadsider. Wait, is it? No, it isn't. It is not a fixed broadsider. Wait a minute. Yeah, so this is basically it. This thing had camo on it, and Haugen's not supposed to have camo for the most part. Yeah, this looks pretty. I love the use of the sails there. That's so good. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, it's like it fixes what was wrong with it, which is literally just... It was literally just camo needs to be removed, front is a bit plain and could use decals and greebling. That is very Grey Talons, actually. I do like that. I like that a lot. Alright, we should combat test this thing. The clipping adds to the character. No! I will have to respectfully disagree. That's actually a cool use of the hull exhaust connector. Where? Where exactly? What are we talking about? Shenaniganery covers this craft. Sails are a nice way to put decals on your craft. Hell yeah. There's some guys in those propellers on the right. How do you even get there? No idea, but I'm gonna see how this ends. Hold on a minute. What are they looking at? Guys, please, this isn't funny. You have to help me. Very good. Oh, very good. That's screenshot worthy. Oh, thank you for pointing that out, man. Helicopters work as well, because for those are kind of flat. Because the candle uses holograms for the little decals that light up and such. Craft slots for the slot god. The old one couldn't really turn around, also looked kind of eh. Oh, have you seen what they did to the Gravitas? Yes! Yes, I have. It's, very interesting what they've done to the Gravitas. Recoil absorbers are so hard to fit in the turret. Eh. If you're using 3-clip or 4-clip Tetris, it's not that difficult. It's like cool, but too cool now. I don't find it to be. And I do love little details like that. There are many more. Poor guy, someone get a camera. Wish I'd built large enough for making something like that. All good. Alright, well then, we apparently need the tour. Oh! Hello! Something is telling me you are upset. Oh, this is so good. This is a wonderful way to start stream. Also, I have the pistol. For no particular reason. Alright, let's go upstairs. Rambot, do you understand how stairs work? Yes, you do. There is a hatch. There's more little mannequins here. Fire wine storage. Nice. Oh, boy. The crew's performance makes it... Are these real? Yes. Yes, they are. They are drinking the ammunition. Boys, you need to stop drinking the ammunition. That's very silly. His beds... Wow, actual interiors. Very good. Oh, can you imagine the shenanigans an airship crew would get up to? How do I get down? Help. 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 No! Well, I am trapped. Forever. You can tell this game has not really been optimized, like, to be played from a first-person perspective, which is weird because originally that is what it was supposed to be. It's meant to be a multiplayer-focused, like, sandbox thingy. Has anyone recently looked at the original, like, teaser Kickstarter trailer for From the Depths? It looks so bizarre. It looks like a completely different game. It's incredible. David told me you can get a free haircut like this. David was sent home in 2 pieces. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Trader, this is Hawa. We love plants. Guys, please. This obsession with plants is weird. Yeah, the members of the crew that's part of the cult of the Dryad. Oh, boy. Let's just stay out of this. Agreed. Oh, this is so good. Is that... Oh, boy. Which, the problem is I'm trying to use 8-meter autoloaders. Yeah. Heck, that hologram thing got lost. The other holo projector isn't working. That guy's yelling at him. Oh, great. Why would you put them on a turret? Walkable exterior 2. A lot of GT craft have cool decos. Yep. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, this is lovely. Is this meant to be a beam? That would possibly look better as a slope. I'm going to make it... Well, time to commit Sudoku. Ah! Alright, so, I have feedback. The beams in the propeller thing is a little bit weird, because the props are visually clipping through it. And I think it would be better if those are slopes, like, as I keep saying. Just something like, what is that? Just something like that, so it, like, looks, you know, round. And let's see. These things right here, I think also would look better as, like, slopes, because just sudden blockage is a little visually, yeah, but apart from that, this is fantastic. What is this? Spinny thing. You know, I was half expecting someone to be sitting on this turret. Very nice. Very, very nice. That deserves a screenshot. Multiple. Man, that foliage looks kind of familiar. It'd be easy to build the craft around the 8-meter autoloaders than put them on a turret. That requires you to face a specific way. Yeah, like, I don't know. Speaking of my, like... I don't know. You just reminded me I need to rebuild the Titanoboa. I'm kind of looking forward to that, but also not looking forward to that. How do you make a godly tank hunter? What you do is, you take the Conaday laser system and you make it bigger. That's what you do. On a ship, good luck with that. Make your craft spin fast. Also, those top props blocked by a comically large rubber band is fun. Oh, that's what that is? That's what that is. Oh. Oh, you. Wait, how did you do that? How did you... That, like, That's actually moving. How did you do that? How? No, seriously, how? How does that work? Magics. I did that on the old one, too. Wow, I'm sorry I never noticed it. What the hell, man? I'm genuinely flabbergasted. Skill issue. Oh, people are talking smack in chat. It's fantastic. Okay, then. Right. How is it for sub-object shenanigans? It has... I see a turret. I see turret. And what else? And there is another turret. And there is... What is that? That is another turret. And we got... what is that? Those are... What is this? Those look like 2-axis turrets. Those are indeed 2-axis turrets. With sails on them. Oh yeah, you can connect sails like across sub-objects now. That's so cool. Man, the new update's great. It is an absolute wonderful happenstance for aesthetics. So good. So good! I just told people about it, lol. Skill issue. Okay, then. Alright, right. Well, you need to combat test this thing. Against something of roughly equivalent cost. So, you, old one, go away.
Listening.
And that is... Alright, so just gotta remember to... I'm just gonna save that. I'm just gonna save that there. I'm just gonna go back here. Delete that one, and... Gotta sing, thank you to Kerr. We are something belt texture copies the texture on the craft. So if a steam engine with a belt that's moving, it will copy that. I just don't see the problem with 8-meter loaders on a turret. Zer. Why did I not get notified of your publication known to the website known as Twitch? I mean Twitch. I don't know. Sometimes Twitch does twitchy things. Alright. And... Vanish? Alright, we need a Haugen thing that is roughly 130k. Just to see how it does. Let's throw this against... What this? Oh, it's exactly the same cost as the root stem, almost. Which is outdated, so... Ooh. What shells are those? Those are pretty slow-ish shells. They are... that looks like Hesh. It is indeed Hesh, by the looks of it. Alright, yeah, not the fastest thing. Is it meant to pitch up and down so violently? Also, its flares are getting stuck on it. I do like that, though. Whee! I didn't even realize there were 4 turrets in there. Very nice. Very nice. I see we're reading. Just wish it didn't bug out between vehicles. Burn the witch, I mean blame Twitch. Twitch actually ate a gift sub I got. Wow, that is not okay. You can also use that belt thing to make scrolling textures for water or other fluids of your choice. Just wish it didn't bug out between vehicles. Ooh. Like a week after getting it, your gift sub to Tira Grace has ended and I lost my mind. Oh. Oh. I mean, was it only supposed to last 1 week? I see you were reading on steam crank wheels. Yeah, you can transfer shaft energy between the ship resulting in the wheel. They kind of work like tank treads. Was I reading about that? Very nice for... Oh, right, that was the steam engine thing I did the other day. Very nice for connecting steam motors together. I'm surprised the mannequins are holding on to that. Iron grip. It's because they eat lots of potatoes. Now, I don't remember if they also work as gearboxes with the medium shafts since they're 3 meter, 1 meter wheel. Most likely, should have known and scared. No, they do not. Okay, almost sad. No free gear reducers. Twitching, yep. Twitch is twitching. And now look at you being all stable. Alright, well the thing definitely works in a fight. Now let's see how it does against another airship. So let's do here. Alright, let's throw this against the Ucalreg, which I never remember. Oh, this thing, which is hilariously bad. No offense to Billy. Oh, this is the thing that goes up like an absolute candle. The frickin' Star Destroyer that is very delicate. Ooh. Alright, yeah, no, maybe not that one. Yep, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. A different one. I think I have a lot of notes on the Ucalreg, actually. Actually, when in this next little fight, I'm just gonna chuck this against... What is the... Let's throw it against the Castanea and see what happens. What is the Castanea again? A frontsider with a lot of missiles. I think this thing might actually be kind of strong. Is this still a medium craft, do you think? I mean, what's the armor like? The armor is basically paper, so... Yeah, I think this can stay as a medium craft. Strong-ish medium craft. There's a cool looking one, yep. By the way, this one is Transparent Eclipse. Which one? It's 50-50 against the Acuparia. I saw that recently. The Star Destroyer. It has an exposed vent. Yeah, Acuparia does nasty things, but if it's laser snipes, the Pamoxylon wins. The Calreg has Transparent Eclipse, and Kupreskia has remote cameras. Let's see if I actually managed to make a note on that. Calreg. How do you spell Ucalreg again? Ucalreg. And it's not eucalyptus. Huh? Craft that should be brought up to the similar levels of... Oh dear. Ha! What were my notes on the Ucalreg? Were there any? Because that's a bit of a huge oversight if I missed that. Hold on, let's go find this. Let's see. Alright, I'm just gonna... Clips. I'm just gonna believe you, chat. Very embarrassing for me. Alright then. Just need to... Da 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 da. Ucalreg has transparent clips. Okay. Again, it's like you look at my past self and I'm like, how did you miss this? Okay then. I may or may not put something in the bunk room. Oh, by the way, this thing can fly with half of it missing. Excellent. It's also winning against the Castanea. Right, now I'm curious. I want to test this thing against one of my craft just to see. Just to see. I'm definitely not buying time to think about the Ucalreg. Alright, so... Do I have anything in the metal fleet that's roughly the same cost as this? Not really. How good is this thing against evasive aircraft? Spawned in a Before the Dawn, which is slightly cheaper. Before the Dawn should win. By the way, this thing does not need to beat the Before the Dawn, because the Before the Dawn is a kind of a godly craft if ever there was one. It's mostly this is a seeing how good this thing's missile defense is. It's pretty good. Okay then. Good. Mainly I wanted to see how how easy it is to take this thing down with missiles. It's easy-ish. Jolly good. Whoops. Okay then. Alright. Well, I've already saved it to where it needs to be, but I am going to put it back on screen because it is what we're looking at. It is what we are looking at. It is what we are looking at. And just go to Elevol. I'm just going to write some new notes on it. Just remember to set it so that set it so that's full. I've done that with my blueprint already. It's not. Don't. Last minute because I felt no defense was bad. Correct, and you've done it correctly, Elival. Missing things during inspection is practically a tradition at this point. It's not a good tradition. This is a lot to look for and a lot of craft. I found out that planar shields are very good. Survivability almost dominant. They are annoyingly good, but also annoyingly bad. To be honest, I only realized that because I was looking at airships that could use a rebuild. Totally not after seeing the Moxlon with his new sails. They are indeed. They are good. I gotta use them more. Alright, so I've already put this in the folder where it lives. New notes on the Palmoxylon. Palmoxylon. Right, so... Alright. Could use slopes for aesthetics. In turning prop spaces and on rear. What would you call this? And on rear struts. Yeah, so just for reference, it's like this thing right here. I think it would look better if that was a beam right there. Not there though, that's fine. Okay, anywhere else? Nope, good. And yeah, otherwise that bloody amazing job, Elival and Death Pancakes. And also in here. These should probably be beams. There we go. Alright. Gotta go to Discord and thumbs up. Now, some of the cells do move in reaction to like wanting to move. Like follow that. Oh, awesome! Excellent! Excellent. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Right. Full on rebuild. Alright, so, Eliaval. If you can fix the few things that I've mentioned here, put it in the updated crafts folder in the Paterno Hub, that would be awesome. Thank you. Death Pancakes, the Mannequin Man. Some of the sales do for Okay, we have inspected that. Perfect. Lovely. Enough of the Steam Workshop shenanigans. Now we need to look at giant, scary fortresses. I don't know why I looked at my phone. Death Pancakes. Death Pancakes, the Mannequin Man. He's the Mannequin Man with the Mannequin Plan. Okay, then. Now to look at big, scary fortresses, and we get to enjoy the main menu. Okay, then. What was I doing? Okay, I need to go to the craft repository, the craft library, and get the most recent versions, if there are any, of the pulsar, neutrino, and solar flare. So don't mind me just doing that. Otherwise... There we go. Almighty has been updated via Discord, by the way. Got it. Probably don't need to look at it today, because I'm saving that for when I actually get to it in the spreadsheet, which could take a very long time. So you have a lot of time to work things out. Okay, so Dominion installations. What are we looking for here? We are looking for pulsar, neutrino, solar flare. Pulsar, neutrino, solar flare. Beautiful. Wow. Alright, and we're gonna go where we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Yeah. Wow! Thank you, Sooty! I'm back. What did I miss? We had a few notes on the new and improved Pamoxylon. And now I am getting new, updated Scary Fortresses. And where were we? Where were we? Okay, fortresses. Paste. Good. Right, now we get to look at the fun, scary fortresses. Which are fun, and cool. Probably have behavior on them which should be removed, because it's just better when they don't have that. I can't wipe post anymore. Do not worry, Sooty will wipe post for you. What was I doing? 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 What was I do? Huh? Did I put that in the wrong folder? I think I did. What the? Wait, what? Oh, damn it. Okay, nope, I did put that in the wrong folder. I'm supposed to put that in the updated Gokave folder, and I didn't. Gokave updated. I should really delete the old folders full of stuff, but I'm saving them just in case. There's... Whoa! Hey! Sooty just gifted a sub to Empress Azusa! Enjoy your gift sub, Azusa. Now you can wife post. It's Pride Month. I can't sit by and watch Azusa not wife. Thank you so much. I don't know, I frantically was thinking of noises to make. Whoa! I didn't realize those were sub-only. Yep. Unfortunately, there's only so many emojis you can have for free on a Twitch channel because Twitch loves money. Oh, and the stretch. Thank you, Sooty. Ah! Okay. Okay. Now we got it. Alright, so let's see here. What order are we doing things? I've looked at this like 3 times. Alright, Pulsar. Pulsar. I'm just gonna delete the old one. Yep. And Neutrino. Neutrino is the same version, so just gonna do that. Solar Flare. Solar Flare. There we go. Alright, so now let's look at these. Ooh. Right, I don't think these have changed since the last time we... Oh, right. Alright, this is the Lasery Fortress. Yeah, really not much needed here. It has no combat behavior. Very good. Lots of fortress. It also has a. It has sonar for some reason. Oh right, it does also have other weapons. It has APS and it has missiles. Does it have torpedoes? It also has material gatherers, which it really doesn't need. So there's a note there. It does not need material gatherators. Gatherators. Bleh. Hold on, just gonna make a little notey note. Sea's target priority needs tweaking. There's already a note on this. We'll see. Alright, so remove material gatherers. Can't you unlock emotes via channel points? Maybe? I don't know. Twitch does indeed love money for like 24 hours. And I mean, same, but not to anywhere near the same extent. And Sooty's just waving canoes around all willy-nilly. Alright. Does this need a decal anyway? It does. Unless it already has them and I just don't know. Alright, so there's the note. Just remove material gatherers. And very blocky, very blocky. Put that over there. And we can go there and we can say... build this caps. Needs calls. There we go. Right. Okay, thumper heads. Wait a minute. Why does it have a signal processor and remote guidance? Sinister decoy misses. Oh, that's why that works. Okay, doesn't work with... Okay, so no, alright, that's fine. Never mind. Oh, and it's got a secondary torpedo. I was about to say, this thing could use torpedoes if it doesn't. So, yeah, triple weapon placement. We've got the light, which is very easy. And we've got the medium. I don't know why I put these at different difficulties. These don't spawn. Right, let's combat test this thing, just to remind our brains how it works. Put that down. It's not safe to carry that many around. Also, I am so shook about that one comment which pointed out that, yeah, actually, I build kayaks, not canoes. I'm so shook. I am so shook. Right, what's an 800k thing? Let's spawn in the Nimbus Stratus, just for giggles. My goodness. Have some lasers, Deacon's hell. Oh, that's a familiar bit of lag. Wow, those lasers do not do much. Never mind, they're actually doing a huge amount. There's just so much laser, it's hard to see what they're doing. Oh! Did this thing get nuked? I thought nukes didn't work on stationary structures or fortresses. I need to do that. Like, a whole crap ton of continuous lasers like that, they're silly fun. Very silly. This is not a particularly laserable vehicle, I do have to say. It's mostly metal. Uh-oh. %, 99%. Oh god, the Nimbus Stratus has so many frickin'... Alright, so... Cannot survive... Big thing there. Alright. Signal prog works on remote guidance. Thank you, John McFist. I did actually remembered to read the tooltip. Well, then make some canoes. I guess that's hard given they are open top. Yeah. Collision damage doesn't work in fortresses, but you can still make nukes work via other means. Oh yeah, true. You can do the proximity ACB thing. What are these things that... Why are there so many telescopes? Alright, so we got... 1, 2, tiny Seawers. Laser turret and one-axis turret over there. That is a lot of surge protectors, my goodness. Have some surge protectors, holy cow. How are we doing? 93% health versus 98. Yeah, this is gonna be like a giant middle finger to me and my fast planes, isn't it? Right, so the thing definitely is live functional and an absolute brick to get through. Let's go here, let's see here. Lots of heavy armor, lots of poles. I do like how there was so much faff about, like, poles. Like, there was so much argy-bargy about them, and then they basically didn't change at all. And poles do not provide a sufficient air gap to trigger heat hash near the areas connected to other blocks. Okay, so does that mean heat and hash go straight through them? I need to test that. Does anyone want to take an intermission and just double-check how that works with poles? Of course, the wife emote is submissive only. Thanks, Waterwise. Sorry. Not my choice. Not my choice. Reading tooltips is good. Never ever read anything. In the middle of the block? Did they not do that before? I mean, they kinda did. But also they kinda didn't. They kinda acted like an air gap, but also not really. Alright, so I need to yeetus deletus. Not yeetus deletus. Alright, Duct Mageddon. Right, let's have a look at that. Is a lot of frequency doublers. And that is... Yep, that is a laser Tetris. Yeah, this laser's mostly going for style points. It is mostly stylish. Alright, so damage to the next shot is 34, but that's connected to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 separate laser combiners. What is that? All of which have the birdie. So, yeah, this would be... Alright, now I need to test this against something that actually moves fast. So, if, hypothetically, we spawned in something very fast... Let's go with planes. So, if we spawned in... Oh, I don't know. A bunch of assassins. Let's see how it handles those. Interesting target prior. Also, the assassins are going to collide with each other a lot, because of course they are. What is the target prior for those lasers? Because they really should be targeting whatever's closest. That would make the most sense. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Right, so this thing is connected to... Nice drone. Oh, there's only one AI on this. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's another thing. We've got a breadboard. Is there target prio anywhere? There it is. Aha! Okay, target prio might need to be changed. Because this looks like default by the looks of it. Who made this? WDPS. So I'm just gonna make a little notey note. That is a dope screenshot, though. Holy bananas. Hell yeah. Alright. Gonna make little notes. Target prior needs to be tested. Needs to be messed around with a little bit. Needs... Wait. Hold on. Are these things CWIS only? Alright, so does fine against big planes. Alright, if I load in something that has... I'm just going to load in an indestructible one of these. Turn all that off. The guns are, in fact, shooting shooting at the planes as well. So, like, difficult to set up only seaways if you do it like that. Okay, then I'm just gonna do this, so we can vaporize the custodies immediately. Right, so probably separate needs. Different AIs. With different settings for lasers and APS. Yes, I know that's a pain in the butt to set up, but you kinda gotta, because otherwise those guns are just gonna miss a lot. Although they're kind of doing it. Kind of doing it, but not really. Ah, yeah, no, that's not good. That, yeah, no, wait. Also, oh, obstructed rangefinders. Where are the rangefinders which are obstructed? Oh. Huh? How do these things get obstructed? Oh. That's why. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. That is all old behavior. Like the one pixel, that is the same as before. Yeah, okay. Technically, beam source collectively seek through two, but so small it happens very rarely. But Carver having forts that cost 4 times as much as everyone else. Is the ejection set not set up correctly? Nope, it isn't. Try to delete stuff clearly. Ah, the gentle hum of 14 billion injector engines. It is set on default average except that the minimum detections is turned up. The laser having 180 intensity is also weird. Yeah, that is a little weird. That is a little overkill. It also, like, it wasn't really doing that much, so probably instead of all those frequency doublers, it probably just needs more storage. Or, what's it? What the hell is that thing called? It just lost my... Destabilizers, that's the one. Okay, so let's make some notes here. Laser system needs optimization. Too much intensity. Not enough damage. And the different laser settings for thing. What was the other thing? What was the other thing? I think that was about it, actually. What did I say? Alright, so... current settings, not good for laser. Also, I just remembered, I forgot to put the notes on the Permoxylon on the workshop page, so I'm just going to quickly do that. You know what would be really hilarious and cool? If we spawned in way too many commodities. Like, way too many. Vehicle types. Yay! Okay, just go. Oh, fine. Or set to full, and that's it. And where is the Parmoxylon again? Oh, Roxalon. Alright. Wow, I was... Okay. Awesome. Just 2 things. There we go. And how are the commodities doing? Great by the looks of it. Let's go. Check the DP in. This end. Okay, all good. Thank you so much. There we go. Okay, now that I've done that, I need to go find the workshop page for the pulsar. Oh my god. So most recent. Whoops. Also. Ah, it's Tiger Hong. Right, gotcha. And I need to catch up on chat. Alright. Don't you only need 74 max? Not incorrect necessarily, but does seem like overkill the majority of the time. Well, 180 intensity is a bit much, but smoke at 10 meters does reduce it to 30% of what it is, so... We'll still need apartments, right? Wait. Hold on, do we? We need structures. Nope. For Concave, we've got all the structures we need, actually, so we're good. What the hell was I doing? I'm so glad the commodities are being entertaining. Over there. Ah, yeah. Lots. I think I need another bookmark down here. Alright. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just typing a lot of stuff. I typed boss craft! Craft. Craft. It's called craft beard. Okay, 1206. And there we go. And we've got the whatchamacallit. Pulsar fortresses. Continued. I'm just typing while mayhem happens. It's very nice. There's no real max where it stops having any effect, but 180 is going to be overkill majority of the time. 180 times 0.3 is pretty much 60, so it's full strength against smoke, and will smoke on stack. Jeez, that's a laser plate. Yep. Having 11 combiners isn't really helping matters either. No, this thing's going for style points. Clearly, more combiners is more better. With how expensive Concave placements are, do you think we need to crank up the cost on smaller ones too? Honestly, we probably need to up the cost on all of them, because, we probably need to... Because the whole point of emplacements is it's to stop, players from just bum rushing, like resource zones or something like that. So it forces them to have to build up a little bit, so you actually get to see a variety of the 400 vehicle types in the game. Good question. Honestly, Concave ones being so expensive massively armored makes it really hard to really sprinkle them around without Concave territory incredibly painful to fight through. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Blinded! Get blinded, fool. Okay, bad day to be author of the Skyfire, Panther, Earthshatter, and AS Dew. Yeah, that is a problem. Those are really good. Also, because there's so many combiners, this thing is actually having real trouble aiming for things that are at close range. Which combiner was set first, do you think? Was built first, placed first. Where we want to need is more slots for emplacements. No! Right now I'm preoccupied with another faction. I'll see if I can come up with some larger designs for them. But right now I'm preoccupied with another faction. Yeah. Yeah. Could expand until you reach the same cost. Yeah, I would rather have reasonably costed ones like the other factions, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? I mean, what we could do is... There is an order to the factions, like Power and Phantasma, Soul Republic, Concave, Stone Knight. So what we could do is just make Stone Knight ones, like Concave ones, so... I'm having trouble thinking, oh dear. Maybe one outlier or two like the SS Liberator cannon. Yeah, something like that, perhaps. Alright, so what else do we need to do? We need to go over here. Okay then. That is something to be... I'm going to actually go here. So, Glacave, fortresses might be too big, extensive, and strong. Might need to dial them down in the future. So if they cost more than all but one of Glacave's actual craft. I mean, on the one hand, the cost isn't a biggie because the AI doesn't spawn these. On the other hand, it could be a real pain in the arse, yes. Okay, I think that's enough notes on the pulsar. Because this thing is a brick of heavy armor. Yay, I'm deaf. Hi, Deaf, I'm dead. Is it worth it to have a super cap based on an AP frag shell just so my craft can counter some range? Should I bite the 25% frag need? Or use a hollow point? I don't know. I don't know. Can someone with more brain than me? I mean, if they can reliably detect and shoot at submarines, then yeah. And if not, don't bother. Also, like... You don't really need supercavitation bases, because if your shell is fast enough, it can tend to hit submarines anyway. So there is that. It is break time. I'm just going to put the notes on the... I nearly called this the Pomoxlon. On the pulsar in the spreadsheet. Like so. Reset. And I need to go find... Need to go find that. Need to go find that. Alright, then I need to go find the thing. Need to go find the thing. That's not what I wanted. Just do that for now. Beautiful, beautiful. I have so many notifications. Why? Why? Okay. Let's go to the main menu. We can technically detect subs, yeah. Thruster should have some sonar boy torps. Yeah, okay, so we're done that. Pulsar needs some tweaks. It takes a long... Why does it take so long to look at things? Ah! Okay. You know, I had silly hopes of finishing inspecting Glacave this stream. It's not gonna happen. Alright, I need more coffee because I can feel my brain shutting down. So, I'm going to pull a John Cena now. And then I'm going to put the coffee break thing up. Yeah. And then I am going to hit the ad button. Please survive the ads. It's important. I'm back. Did you miss me? Yeah. Meow, meow. Alright, I get ads again. Finally about something I would actually want. Nice. And Azusa goes, woo, and Marcel goes, meow, merp. Everyone's turning into cats. It's terrible. Where's the webcam? There it is. I found it. I also have coffee. Right, next thing is the... shutting down. Next thing... Oh no, Elival's also turned into a cat saying, Rawr! Right. What is next? Neutrino. Ah, yes. Very okay, this thing probably needs to be dialed down a lot. Having a fortress that's over 1 million materials might be a bit much. Yeah, might be a bit much. Alright, so rather plain. Still cool looking, but like... Yeah, need some greebling. So first things first, need greebles. Needs greebling. Needs greebling and decals, and needs to be shrunk in both size and cost. Size and cost. Actually, I'm gonna say that for the pulsar as well, because these things are kind of overkill. Shrunk in size and cost. Glocave. Oops. Glocave. Defensive fortresses are generally overkill at the moment. Overkill at the moment. Just need to go there. Also, yeah, no biggie, just build it again, but smaller. I may say such reasonable things to people. Okay, let's just put this over there. Ah! Ah, now there's Leaf Blower Man! Leaf Blower Man! Or woman, or person, I don't actually know. Hello, why do people swear? Big gun indeed, big particle cannon. Wait till we get to the solar flare that's almost twice as much. Yep, pretty... Okay, so notes. So neutrino needs greebling and decals, needs to be shrunken in both size and cost. Honestly, that's probably enough work. Let's see here. How is it for sub-object shenanigans? It actually has a lot. It has pistons. Why does it have pistons? Why does it have... Oh, what? That is very cool. You probably don't need spin blocks for that. Oh, yeah, no, you really don't. You really don't. Right, can do with some sub-object, de-sub-objectifying. Turret wheels, very cool. But can do with some de-sub-objectifying. Not sib-object, sub-object. Azusa, don't you say anything about how sub the objects are. No, wait, no, you didn't say anything. That was me. No! Now I need to be bonked. I've been bonked. I don't necessarily have a problem with big strong static blades, but Glocave is way out of whack with every faction in that regard, for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know, people just went ham on the... Just went ham with Glocave for that. It's interesting. Alright, let's have a look at the armor. So, lots of spaced armor. Lots of delicious... Ah, this poor sod. Alright. This is interesting. Okay, they did that, they did that, they did that. Lots of laser. And AI is sitting on their rubber. Very good. What's the block count? It's just under at the actual block limit. Big steam engines, lots of fortress turbines. In that turret is big missiles. And up there is lots of particle cannon and a big laser. Alright, let's combat test this thing against something its own cost. Because functionality-wise, I think this thing is fine. And like I said, but having only expensive placement is hard to spend around. I'm back, hell yeah. Welcome back, Azusa. I'm gonna need to rebuild the Pulsar and Solar Flare to be sane costs. Were you the one who did that? Ruby. Did you build these originally? Why do people swear? Sorry, it's like, the usernames don't always match. Some friends pulled me into RWC playthrough, which was fun. What's RWC again? While we're chatting? While we're hanging out? While we are hanging out. Ah! Let's throw it against the HQ, because that's funny, even though the HQ is, like, is being rebuilt at the moment. Kill! Kablooey! What did that do? I think that's a pierce laser. Yep, that looks pretty piercy. Ah, the hockey puck of doom. Wow. Hockey Puck of Doom is actually weirdly resilient. I should make more perfectly round thrustercraft. That is kind of fun. In Alpha currently. RWC is a custom campaign. Oh, gotcha. If anything, I would expect to have one really strong static thing and for that to be the main HQ. True. Tomorrow they're going to play Bounds of the North, so that'll be fun. Hooray! That is a pierce laser by the looks of it. Wow. Yeah, Neutrino's strong. Possibly too strong. Let's just check. That is definitely a... Those are pierce packs, strong ones. Now, what's the damage? That's less than I thought, actually. Yeah, this is gonna need to be dialed down a bit. Every faction you kill in Godly Need... Every faction you kill in Godly Need brings you closer to suffering. Oh, I know! Oh, I know! Don't worry, Azusa. I know. I know. For sure, I know. You're gonna also have to be patient, because I'm gonna build an entire new fleet for Barons of the North. And it's gonna be silly and fun and cool. Alright, that's basically it for the Neutrino. It needs decals, it needs greebling, de-sub-objectifying, and yeah, it just kind of needs to be a lot smaller. It's a bit much. How is the HQ rebuild going for Kakave? Good question. I don't know. Who's doing that? That it is noted somewhere. It is currently being rebuilt by Dreekfire/Knifekun, and yeah, further notes will wait until the rebuilt version is available, so there's that. Oh, new Barons of the North Fleet, that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm going to make tiny little Anatus impersonators. It's gonna be really fun. Okay, so that's pretty easy inspection. Very cool. But unfortunately, did I already take a screenshot of this? I don't remember. Whee! Anatus moment, yep. Whee! Go forth, missile! Bye! Okay then! Wah! Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. You know what we need to do now while we're being distracted? We need to lock on there. Oops. We need to lock on right there, and we need to spawn in commodities, lots of them. And And we need to watch commodity chaos. Okay then, what was I doing? Neutrino. Okay, then neutrino, same problem. Might be too big. Need to dial them down a bit, and there's the neutrino. Are the commodities colliding with each other? Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? And yep, there's that. And just gonna go over here. Just double checking. Lots of stuff. Yep, and there's the... Wow, yeah. Solar Flare 2. What was this? The neutrino. Who made the neutrino? Not there. Okay. No problem. Neutrino. Oh yeah, this is an orbital defense cannon. That's kind of its whole thing. By Shield Cat, also known as Ruby. Hell yeah. Certainly godly level craft. There's a front-sided killer. Anyway, here's the neutrino. Yeah. Okay then. How to keep it godly? Like, that doesn't really matter for that. Okay, so... Okay, Before the Dawn probably won't work all that well. The Dragon Force will. I think the Dragon Force, even the Dragon Force is too expensive for Barons of the North. The Dragon Force Before the Dawn will probably work okay in Barons of the North, but you'll need cheaper stuff to start out. The problem with both of the Dragon Force and the Before the Dawn is, like, they're okay in terms of material efficiency, but not okay enough for Barons of the North. We need smaller stuff we can spam. The Cloud Forts also just complete bricks. They have so much armor. Hey, Dr. Dooley! I remembered you stream. Well done. Well done, Dr. Dooley. Where is this turret going? Okay. Okay then, what do? That seems like overkill. Decapitate a commodity, move on. And let's... Oh, there's flip-flopping happening over there. There's a lot of flip-flopping happening over there. Alright, there's that. Go over here. And just need to go there. And very good. Neutrino. Alright, and now the solar flare. I do recommend revisiting the despawn settings for all the forts because everything is so bricky. Yeah. Gonna need to be done over it. You know, we could just, I want to have a look-see here, because the armor cost of this is 55%, almost half. So, if we go to the neutrino, and just replace all heavy armor with metal, that will have the double whammy of making it a lot easier to fight, and now it's below 1 million materials. So that is the shortcut for this. It is definitely an shortcut. Okay, now I want to try that for the pulsar. A little bit of heavy armor. All right, so this thing, the armor cost is about 37%, so this shouldn't be as dramatic. Armor refit, effect decorations, heavy armor to metal. Refit. And now suddenly that's dropped in cost by 200,000 materials. So that is the lazy option, which I'm totally fine with because it's okay. But yeah, no, if the builders don't want to do that, WDPS and Ruby, people doing that, yeah, if they don't want to do that, that's okay. I leave it up to them to decide what to do, so long as the thing is done in an way. Okay. Moving right along. Alright, now the solar flare, which is 2 million materials. Oh, God. Oh, no. I know what I'm gonna call this stream. Hold on. Oh my word. What the heck? I forgot about this. I forgot about this. Oh dear. Alright, just gonna go here. Today's to-do list. VOD. 2. Our thoughts are too big and strong. Okay then. Yeah, this thing's a lot. This thing is a lot. And it is mostly plasma cannon, some particle cannon, a lot of APS, some missile. Okay. This needs more color variety. So I'm gonna make a note there. Alright then. Needs to be scaled down in cost and size. Question is, how do you do that? It also is, wow, this is kind of relaxing just sitting and watching it spin. And what else? What else? Needs more color, variety, decals, and greebling is fine. This thing is greeble to hell and back, so that's fine. And decals, and that's basically it, probably. Again, how much is the armor cost? Is almost half. So again, we could have the lazy option of just convert heavy armor to metal, and that immediately makes it a lot cheaper. Does not have to do that. Where even is the main body of this thing? There it is. Wah! Okay, honestly, I don't think it's expensive enough. Double it at least. Aha! You reckon? 70% is the despawning setting on use. A heavy armor to wood conversion. Currently, if you don't count the observers together, Glakave forts jump from 17k to almost 900k. Yeah. And this thing is $2 million, so needs to be dialed down a smidge. Also, I need to take screenshots of this thing for propaganda purposes. Propaganda purposes. The observatory should be classed as godly based off knives testing. 2 million smackaroos! Actually, here's a fun idea. If you were to convert material costs in From the Depths to, like, US dollars or something, what would the conversion rate be? Like, how much does a 1 cubic meter of hardwood cost? Actually, you know what? I am actually nerdy enough to do this, and I am easily striking up. Alright, so, cost of 1 cubic meter of hardwood. Not firewood. Not firewood. Of building hardwood. Right. You know, I'm gonna go to redstagtimberlab.co.nz. Right. Cost. Right, the construction costs, page 27. I found a PDF for an actual company. This is New Zealand prices. Alright, so... Alright, keywords, blah blah blah. Right, that is not the correct 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20... Yeah. Alright, okay, that's not what I wanted at all. Damn it, okay. Nope, that is not what I wanted at all. Sorry, I've wasted everyone's time. Going with... Timber conversion calculators. Porcupinesawmills.co.nz. Alright, so length... Length excavator, so 1 meter to... 10 centimeters, 1,000 millimeters to 1,000 millimeters. What? Please click on this tooth. What? That's not correct. That's not what I wanted. Alright, you know what? I've just decided this is too hard. And then he wonders why we get to inspect our little carpet stream. Yep, I do wonder that. It's a mystery. Me win Pierce. 2 million smackaroos. 1 by 1 only is 1/5 the cost of... Thank you for the hydrate, whoever that was. The only non-Glocave forts that cost more than the Pulsar, much less the other two, are the Seoul HQ and the Starlight Pantheon, both of which also have substantial sub-vehicles. Almost 40 Celsius, my background. Ooh. Throw some mist in a pan and let it sit there until it's cooked. Thank you, Duca, for the hydrate. West Coast, absolute disgusting weather. You lot are all complaining. I live in Auckland. We get 90% humidity down here in the summer. Damn's getting about border-wise. I did take a look at Gary. Nice. And it's very good. I like it. Thank you. Thank you for inspecting Gary. Virginia, to be more specific. Alright. Mountain Mama. Alright. Focus. Inspect the thing. Drink the coffee. Azusa, as someone who makes evasive thrustercraft all the time, I am glad that you like Gary. Bearclaw Gary. And you get to, not to spoil anything, but you might get to see Bearclaw Gary do things in about, 32 minutes. I think you're better than you think you are at making meta builds. Thank you! I am a weird kind of meta builder. If only because I played From the Depths so much, but yeah. Honestly, there's not much to say about this craft. We've already covered everything. It needs to be scaled down a lot. Same right back at you, Azusa, by the way. You keep saying your builds are mid. They are not. They are not. Alright, let's go find a $2 million Glocave thing. Which is basically 2.3 million. Which is basically the Seismotron and nothing else. My builds very much are mid, not. They are not mid! They are not mid! Hey, Bodois, can you take your crown defense off your craft before you start your next playtest on Plutono so my crab class can do you in? No promises. Many fools must be... Same here. Like, Bearclaw Gary is armed only with cram cannons. That's a bit of a mistake. Right, big plasma stuff. Alright, so I get the idea behind the rotatey armor. Very expensive, though. Oh, that's what that is. And this thing spawns nukes. Because of course it does. Does it? It spawns the Thunderclap. What does the Seismostron spawn? Also the Thunderclap. Oh boy. Alright, so we got 98% over there, 97% over there. Thunderclap? Right, who will nuke each other first? Who will nuke each other first in this battle to the nuking? Has been raining pretty much almost every day here in South Germany. Is that usual for South Germany? I mean, South Germany is near... Wait. I'm trying to remember. No, that's not where the coast is. I forgot about the frickin' Alps. I was like, oh yeah, South Germany, that's near the coast, right? No, that's southern France. My geography is not good. Yes, it is because of the Alps. I guess you're in the rain shadow for the Alps then, I guess. Which begs the question, how dry is northern Italy? Here I am nerding out about climate a bit. That's Big Plasma. It's all a conspiracy by Big Plasma. I really need to put proxy fuses on my nukes, but I can't be bothered. This is a really cool fortress, but yeah, it needs to be dialed down a lot. That sounded expensive, whatever that was. Yep. Yep. That sounded expensive. That also that looks expensive over there. Wow, the Solar Flare is actually winning. It is beating the Seismotron. Okay. Well, we're talking about the weather. How's our frame rate? Not great, but not bad either. Pew! Whee! Ooh. Yeah, no, Seismotron is not winning this one. Seismotron is not winning this one. Seismotron is not winning this one. We actually managed to inspect things fairly quickly this episode. Oh, I think there's bread, that changes what the plasma does. I do like rapid fire plasma, it's just a shame it's not very good. It's a shame it's not very good. Although it is making beautiful block confetti. Okay, so... yeah, this thing needs to be dialed down a lot. No explosions, please. Okay then, so, I'm gonna make a note there to, like... a lot. Needs more color variety in decals. And that's about it, really, because this thing doesn't actually have... okay, it has a lot of sub-objects. Sub-objectify as much as possible. Okay, that's about it, really. I like the nuke spawner, that can stay. That'll be a lovely surprise for people. Okay, then now... we do actually have the time to keep inspecting, because we've got like half an hour left. We can move on to structures, which should be pretty good. And solar flare. Got the fortress, less brick than ever. Interesting. Great talent, dear asshole fortress. Oh boy, lovely. All right. I love that for great talent, asshole, dear fortress. I love that. Oh yeah, it's very good. Okay, let's go here. Cheers. Yep, that's about it. That's all we need to say about the solar flare. Weirdly enough, these giant fortresses are like... also, I don't want to go into too much in detail because they need to be scaled down. That's also an opportunity to optimize, so there is that. Lots of rotatey. Lots of rotatey potatey. That is a huge plasma cannon, jeez. And a huge gun. And what are those things? Oh, AI components. Boop, explodes. Not good. Is someone gonna mention the number 7? Oh, I mean, it looks like the Raven's Nest. It does look like the Raven's Nest. I think that's intentional. Alright, now we gotta do the little bit of science. So, about roughly 50%, 49.4% of this is armor. So, if we convert all the... there's no metal on this thing. If we convert all the heavy armor to metal, what's the new cost? It also uses a lot of ducts, though, so this isn't a perfect solution. This is actually kind of fantastic. It is fantastic, I do admit. It is wild overkill. Yep, so it's gone from 2.3 million down to 1.5. And it still has a crap ton of heavy armor ducts just here, there, and everywhere. camouflage textures. And let's just go there. Let's just go there. Hell yeah. Alright, well, now inspection can continue. We've done the fortresses, and now, maybe, just maybe, we can do... Yeah, we might be able to get through all the structures, so let's try that. Let's not go to where Glakave actually lives, because that snow is blinding. Let's go over here. Trees? Oh, I think I turned the trees off. No, I didn't. The trees just haven't shown up. Oh, there's the trees. Good news, everyone. We found the trees. We found the trees. We found the trees. We found the trees. Okay, but first we get some main menu time, because I need to go download all the structures. Okay, just gonna go here. Structures. And over here. Please don't time out. I got timed out. Yep, there we go. Time out. Time out! You have been bad. You took too long inspecting. Now you've been timed out and need to log back in again. Don't you feel silly? Don't you feel like a silly boy? Beep boop. Main menu equals Pinor. Indeed. Azusa, I am glad that you can do math. I'm so glad that you can do math. Main menu equals peanuts. Oh, the things we say. Glakave Dominion. Structures. Might as well download all of these, honestly. There's 5. There's only 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, there's one missing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Frog munition factories. Civilian habitat. Omnicron weapon platform is the thing that is missing. Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna roll with what I got, I guess. Alright, download. Download. Download, download, and download. Hell yeah. Right, let's go to downloads. Reload. And structures. There we go. And now we go to designer mode. And then we design things in designer mode. And by design things, I mean do this. Okay. Anyone wanting to build better should play Cypher at least once. Cypher? I'm not disagreeing, but Cypher seems unfun. It seems designed to be frustrating. And I was playing Path of Exile 2 yesterday, and I have enough frustration in my life from that. Okay, then, let's go here. Also, yeah, just a completely off topic. Has anyone else here played Path of Exile 2? Because, man, that is a game in which it does so many things so well, and then beefs it on the boss fights. To boat faction Cypher reminds me a lot of SR, Swole Republic. Ah, the active defenses on the TE boats is painful. I tried PO2 and didn't like it compared to PoE1. It is very different. I do have to say, there's a lot of things about it that I like. There's also a lot of things I don't like. The fact that, like, there's a thing that happens when playing video games in this day and age, where you get the feeling of, oh, the boys were playing Dark Souls and they had Dark Souls on the brain. And that's Path of Exile 2 in a nutshell. Alright, so... interesting. Level 39... So, civilian habitat... Alright, just delete the older ones. The solar flare's fat booty is, like, gonna drive me nuts. Right, so civilian habitat... Tower... Tower of Innovation, same thing. Munition factory. Munition factory. Same diff. Omni. What the? Oh, interesting. That's not in the updated version. Well, that's why I keep the old one. And the frog. Frog. Forg. Alright, let's go find the Omnicron thingy Bobby Watson, which should be in the old folder. Oh my goodness. Right, this is the faster way of save, and there should be 6 things in here. Perfect. And since I'm looking at the Omnicron weapon platform, I'm going to look at this first. What am I looking at? Missile, cram, and laser. Okay, it's very simple. It is a simple little beast. This should probably have all weapons be on top. So I'm just going to make a note of that.
Listening.
Okay, POT2 feels like I have to sweat it just to do anything. Yep, it's a sweaty game. Casual play of ARPGs, same here for the most part, and I thought PoE once struck a nice balance between leaving in-game content accessible, making it hard enough that upgrading is worthwhile. Roguelikes and Dark Souls, in my opinion, Dark Knight have made a lot of devs think harder is better. Yeah, unfortunately, yes. I play PoE 1, but not 2. PoE 1 is good. Haven't tried 2 yet, but every single change I've heard it sounds like an enormous improvement. They have made it better. Otherwise, slowly become Goldilocks. What? This one is too big, this one is too small, this one is just right. I mean, yeah, that's how things work. There is such a thing as too big, and too small, and just right. I think POT2 is a downgrade. It's... yeah, it'll... it's not as fun as I played, but yeah, it's the main problem is that, like, they try to make it more difficult. Also, it took them a long time to optimize the bloody thing. Alright, I'm talking too much about Path of Exile 2. I'm sorry I started that conversation. I need to type notes on this little fella. This little fella, I have a sneaking suspicion. Yep. Alright, so, required accuracy needs to be set. Right, so... accuracy on... this needs to be set. Required accuracy on weapons needs to be set. That should be moved to be on top. All turrets. And let's see. Decals. Do we have any? Not really. Colors, good. I like that walkway. Decals. And needs decals. How does this do fight-wise? Let's spawn in a little amphibious tank. Yeah, EMP missiles are actually really good defensive weapons I've found against smaller stuff. Did those... what caused those missiles to explode? Nothing by the looks of it. Yeah, those lasers are piddly. Yeah, 1Q lasers would be better. And there goes the turret on the gecko. Otherwise did what I did playing Barons of the North. Remembered, yeah. Bang, 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 sizzle, sizzle, zap, 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 whee! Bang, bang, zap, zap. Remember the EMP is it? Yep. Hard and short is okay. Hard and grindy, you have to burn time in the game to do anything. Hard is better, it sounds a lot like number go up now I think about it. I mean, sort of, kind of. Now I still want to moan about Path of Exile 2, But I've done my moan. I just wanted to hear what other people had to say about it. Now I want to play Path of Exile 1, because it'll actually be frickin' easier. You know what I love doing in action RPGs? Just really leveling up just one skill bound to the left mouse button. The good old wheels doing deco things. Yeah, that's been noted. That should be fixed eventually. Oh yeah, it needs to activate attack salvage. And it needs to attack salvage, because I keep forgetting. Salvage. Okay, there's that, and needs decals, and switch blazes to 1Q. There we go. That should do it. That should do it quite nicely. And this is out of order. I decided to do this out of order for no reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did I do that in that order? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're using the search function to hunt around on the spreadsheet anyway. Okay. Okay, reset and go find the Omicron weapon platform. Omicron. By Baron Blasphemy, and this was uploaded on the 1st of July 2025. Hell yeah. Like a year ago. Almost a year ago to the day. Well, not really. We're like 10 days off. 11 days off. Right. I typed that wrong. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cool. Next is the civilian habitat, which I think should be fine. I don't recall. Yep. So we go here. Oh, sweet gaming rig, bro. Look at that. Bread and circuses for glorious dominion. And this is your toilet. Put your butt in there. Is there a toilet? And this is your bucket in which to poop. And there's a teleport. That's the oh dear. Should I be a dick and just say needs turlet? Need turlet. Is this turlet? No, it has turlet. And a shower. This does look kind of nice. It's like quite it's quite Spartan, I guess, but yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not the absolute worst. We're not quite so. The only reason Glakave citizens live this level of living is because they've got better technology than the Soviet Union did, and that is the only reason. 0 button build. I play minions on Path of Exile 1. Yeah. Just like, yeah, 1 button builds in PoE, my beloved. Yeah, the gold wheels doing decker things. But I dislike a lot about Haugen is just that they're not hard, they're grindy, and that's a big difference. Path of Exile 2 isn't actually that grindy. It's just that the bosses in particular are inconsistent in how difficult they are. On the most recent, oh, by the way, this doesn't need any changes. I think this is lovely. Doesn't need a damn thing changed. Let's look at the civilian habitat large. The problem is that the Act 1 final boss I really struggled with, and then I didn't struggle with a single boss until where I am now, which is in Act 3, which I don't think even is the final boss of Act 3. Basically, whenever there is a fast-moving boss in a tiny arena that just throws random crap at you and makes a lot of the floor too horrible to stand on. Where the hell is Rambod? What do you mean Avatar not ready to spawn? Get out of here. Once again, spawn in the game and console. So yeah, PoE 2 just badly needs, like, the bosses, some bosses, like, tweaked a bit so they're less annoying. Other waste your time, I play minions on PE1, 0-button build. I did that a number of times, usually as a league start, because it tends to work well with bad gear. At least up to a point, but also scales decently with A couple of the old non-FTD videos on my YouTube channel are clips of PoE 1 that I found amusing. Most of my builds have an accurate, sittable toilet these days. I think this is the... Okay. Oh, hello, it's a live stream. Huzzah! Hello, Sean Reed! Hello! Sean Reed! Huzzah! Alright, last ARPG I played is Diablo 2 since it was on sale at the time, I think. Also quite fun to spam minions. Yeah, Diablo 2 has its issues, but, like, you know... There's no dodge function, which the devs felt obligated to force you to use a lot. Path of Eternity 2, I've been playing that again recently too. I've been struggling with the final Act 2 boss. The final Act 2 boss in Path of Exile 2, not as bad as the final boss in Act 1, but yeah, I remember struggling with him a lot. Because he's a big fat bastard who fills the... All the bosses basically fill the tiny arena with stuff. And that sums up all of them. It's like, you know what'll make this challenging? We're gonna fill the tiny arena with stuff. Look at that view. Alright, I just got happily distracted by how good the render distance mod is. Okay, ignore that. That is a glitch in the Matrix. You look at your beachside property. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man. Oh, hello. Oh. Hello, previous incarnation of myself. Just to make sure you don't come back to haunt me. There we go. Had to, you know, had to put them out of their... Okay, I suspect some of these stairs aren't real. It is trick to fool filthy capitalists. Oh yeah, there's a second floor and everything. Large building. Toilet. Window. Teleport. Kitchen. Ah, this is definitely set up so that the citizens can work from home if it's snowing too hard. Which is very nice. Broom closet. Ah yes, lots of computer. All citizens are required to fill out daily surveys about life in Glacave Dominion. I just teleported through the roof. Right, once again, I have no objections to this at all. I think it's very cool. Also, I like how the building looks like it's got shades on. Diablo 2 is actually what originally inspired Path of Exile for the most part. I remember hearing that what actually inspired Path of Exile, the first one, is how pissed off the devs were that Diablo 3 wasn't dark and gritty enough. So, bear in mind that grinding gear is a bunch of edgelords. Ah! They hate paying for the whole seats because they only use the edge. Alright. Render this mod is perfect and can do nothing wrong. Yeah! Happy with the runs of the normal bosses, but boss design is hard, especially in FTD. It all depends on the elemental resistance, and I don't have the right ones on the character for the Act 2 boss. Like, you can... Yeah. What's really annoying is like, yeah, it's like, oh, you didn't get the correct elemental resistance. Sucks for you! I really like Last Epoch, too. This really needs some tiles. Watch that last step, it's a doozy. Deco stairs. It's like the foundations, you extend them down with deco so it swirls on even terrain doesn't look wrong. True. John, I deco all my stairs. Excellent. Alright, well, that was easy. Tower of Innovations. Tower of Innovations. Why did that take so long to... Ooh. Right. Might need some actual internals, but... Actually, this kind of fits Glacave, like, doing the whole Potemkin Village thing. They're like, they look at Swole and say, like, yeah, we have skyscrapers too. Why is that just floating there? That is very pretty. Hold on. Hold on. We need propaganda. We need delicious propaganda. Delicious propaganda! Where could the villain's lair be? Most of the powers is just stairs. All I know about Diablo is, do you guys not have phones? Oh yeah, that was Diablo Immortal. That went down like a lead balloon. Oh boy. More or less, they really liked Diablo 2 and then Diablo 3 came out and it wasn't what they wanted. Oh, otherwise, I have a new build for the specimen. It's ugly as sin right now because it's not decorative painted, but I put the BB up in the Black Eye Discord if you want to test it. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to try and get through all Gokave's structures right now. I'm literally... Oh, wait. Does this have deco foundations? Hold on. It does not. Also, there's a random beam slope in there, and that's funny. Okay, then. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at my giant Pinor skyscraper. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Alright. Whoop. Why did I do that? Everyone look at the big tower. It's good for you. It will fill you with patriotism. Alright, needs deco foundation. And could use... No pressure. Potemkin. Right, so remember, if you want to fool the capitalists that your living standards are much better than they actually are, remember to build a giant empty skyscraper so they look at it and think, damn, you know how to do things. Alright, let's do that. Who asked for that wisdom? Duker! Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. Tower of Innovations. Tower of Innovations. It's so full of innovation. It is full of Glakave innovation. It's empty. Thank you. Sure. For the hydrate. Yum. Yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay then, I needed to do that. Tower of Innovations. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Whoopsie Daisy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Huh? Okay, good. That actually is what I wanted. Alright, so now we're gonna go... Tower of... Draymond made this one. Beautiful. Yay. Lore and decos incoming. That was... a long time ago. I think Draymond might have forgotten. Okay. This would be a great time to... This would be a great time to remind them. Alright. There we go. Needs that. Cheers. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay then. There is that. Jolly good. And then the munition factory, which already has a note on it saying that it needs deco foundations. Munitions. Excuse me. What about some detail and trim on the exterior? Currently just seems like main with camo. Oh, good point. It did look very good. Oh. Spinning lights. I remember this. There's robots doing stuff in here. It's really good. Yeah, again, I don't think this really needs anything. It's allowed to be a little plain. Just needs deco foundation. And it's got the smoke. And it's got the goop. And it's got robots freaking out, which is very nice. Oh yeah, that just reminded me. Oh yeah, I forgot I could be anyone. Oh boy. Okay, fair enough. Yep. There's the pile of goop. The robots fainted because of the fumes. I missed the old ammo boxes. Oh, an OSHA violation. Yep. What are you talking? The old ammo boxes are still here. Here they are. Found it. Oh, hey, Bodan just uploaded a new video. Bodan, you should really check him out on YouTube. I've heard of that guy. I heard he does From the Depths content. I've watched all his tutorials. I couldn't keep a straight face with that. Yeah. Yeah. Bodan, are you excited to make the Patreon Discord video at the end of the month? Yes. Yes, I am. I always am. It's going to be really good. It's going to be 1 month late for Pride Month. Oh, dear. I still got to make my thing for that. I've still got to make my thing. Do we need a refinery? Nope. Nope, we don't. And, yeah, munition factory, it literally just needs... This does not need to be super pretty, because the whole point is that it's like... This is like, I don't know. It's got a foot! The crane has a foot. Okay, then that's all fine. That's all fine. Right. Factory and there and there. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. We can get through all the structures. We've almost done. We only have one to look at, which is the frog. Which is the frog. The frog. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put that over there. Gonna put that over there. Click, click. Everyone look at the Blinky factory. It's good for you. It's good for your eyes. Okay, and what was this called? Munition factory. Carve munition factory, also by Draymond. And yay, yo buddy, someone's taking this, claiming their own work. Ooh, oh yeah. Yeah, there was a thing last year where someone was kind of stealing stuff and claiming it as their own. It was bad. Okay then. So there's that, and we need to do that. What the hell, man? How about you copy and paste properly, border-wise? Dude. I need to finish drinking my coffee is what I need to do. I need to do that thing. I need to do that thing. I need to do that thing. Right. So, I'm so glad I learned how to make Sesbian Lex with animation blocks. I mean, you kind of did, but you kind of did it like... Let me put it this way, not to spoil anything for the video at the end of the month. It is safe to put on YouTube. Structures are basically just deco. Yeah. Does the AI faction not need refineries to get their commodities? No. I gotta go now. See ya. Bye. Structures can be more than deco. The humble SAM site. Time to boot up the game and work on the drone. Yay! Okay, one more structure to go, and then we're actually done with Glacave. Woo! And then, yeah, the tank factory still needs to be built. Frog. Frog, frog, frog. Frog! Okay, this is our special child, and we are not touching anything here. Alright, missile, APS, and laser? Okay. Neat. What do we got here? We have laser? Wait, which end is the front? There's the front. Alright, let us face this guy out to sea and spawn in the gecko again, because that's funny. Or spawn in something a bit bigger than the gecko, perhaps. Let's spawn in the southern petrel. Does this have more than one AI? I don't think it does. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Alright, so note on this fella. Why is the gun not firing? Oh dear. Or maybe it did fire. Did I just not think about it? Wait, is that the thing? That's not the thing I made. Who made this? Oculus Walker made that. Why gun not firing? Oh, lots of failsafes are happening. Hold on a minute. Alright, so that needs to be tweaked quite a bit. Alright, let's just do that. Needs decals is what it needs. It needs lots of decals. It would have been a lot worse if anyone was being paid for their work too. Wait, what? Time to boot the game. No, you have my craft next week to review. We are never done with Glacave. Nah! If anyone was being paid for their work too... oh yeah, can you imagine? I am so grateful that people are volunteering their time and effort for this, and do not require paying, because it would be a lot of money. Redid the nose on the tufted death deco was too long for my liking. Ooh, nice. Just make sure that gets into the... Like, I don't need to inspect every single updated thing. I trust you guys to make your stuff better if it's just small details at a time, and I trust Tactical Spaghetti. In Glacave Dominion, work you. Okay then, frog. Let's put notes on the frog. Have you ever put notes on a frog? It's fun. Frog doesn't like it. Needs different AI for lasers and ABS for different detection settings. I remember how to spell different. LWC failsafes to strict need tweaking. Alright, so if I go find the local weapon controller for all these things. Where is the local weapon controller for all these things? Where is it? Oh, dearie me. Hold on. What? Oh, there. What the? Oh, there it is. It was right in front of my face. Alright, so there's there. Not firing, priority. And this construct, if we dial that down to nothing, and we dial the other one down to nothing, wherever it is. And if we spawn things in again, is it going to be better? Southern Petrol. There we go, gun fired. That is really weird how it's... Yeah, those failsafes are doing something weird. The laser is still firing. Let's see, this only fires once every 10 seconds, so... Yeah, no, there's something wrong there. There's something wrong. What is happening? What's going on here? Shouldn't be doing this. That's a bit of a problem. Last I checked, it was at 29. I'm still upset the Crankin was not accepted. I'm pretty sure the problem is because I forgot to set the elevation constraints on the missile suborbits, which is causing it to clip into the turret. Oh, I just noticed that. Aha! That's an issue. All right. Actually, you know what you can do here? You can literally just do this. This is also... Let's see, let's do that, let's do that. Let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. So we do all that, because these things don't actually need to It's just lock the turrets, I guess. So we do that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there we go. You can usually just turn off failsafe for missiles anyway. Yep, that probably would work well. Wait, is this clipped? Is this clipped? Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, so these missiles, hold on a second. Let's just spawn this thing in again. Let's see, so you are like... Oh my word. How is it doing that? Oh, right, so no, this does clip. This clips something awful, actually. Because that's over there, but you see over here, this is actually... Yeah, this is literally inside block... No, this is clipping. This is clipping, that's not good. Oh yeah, that failsafe block is clipped. Right, so that is clipping, that is bad. So going to have to put a note there. So missile turrets on main turret clipping. Need to fix. Rule break. Also, they don't have to move. Missiles can be locked in place, and missiles can all be controlled from one missile block with transmitter. So that's what I would recommend here, is because what you've got here, the reason there's so many, there's excessive blocks, and it has this, what's it, friend or foe thing on it that's clipping into the actual turret. It doesn't need that. You could just replace this with, like, let's actually try and find something like this. So you could just do this. And is this connected now? It is not connected now, but if we say did this and did this, and is that connected now? It is. So I recommend using this for this kind of setup. Would the clipping rules apply if the missile turret is stationary? Yes. Yes, it would. The rule of thumb is that if it can't do it when it's not on a sub-object, you... Hello, Rambot. Bye, Rambot. If it can't do it when it's off a sub-object, it shouldn't be able to do it when it's on it. That is a that is a guideline more than anything else, but like this thing, where you literally have blocks clipped through each other like that, that is no bueno. That is no bueno at all, so good thing we spotted that. So, frog, missile from one missile block with transmit there. Let's see, minimum accuracy, have you set it? Yes, you have. Missiles, how are they? They're fine. Interceptors, they are fine. And, yep, lots of poles and stuff. Let's see, how much GPPP do you have? You could actually fit the missile controller. Yes, you can. Yeah. This is workable. This is workable. So yeah. Yeah. I think the in-turrets might also be clipping. Okay. Let's see here. They are not clipping so much. Why are they clipping? They are on just... Ooh, right, yes. Oh no. Yes, they are clipping. They are clipping! Somebody call Microsoft Word because they are clipping. Actually, not really. Actually, no, they are. It's hard to see, but yeah, that as well. You could elevate that up a little bit more to be not clipping anymore. Yeah, okay, same with the other missile. Interceptor turret's also clipping. Naughty. Why do people swear? I just realized that stands for why do people swear. Alright, why do people swear? You were naughty, but that is okay, provided you fix. Alright, so interceptor turrets also clipping needs fix. And did I say decals? It needs decals as well. Needs decals. Color variety is fine. And that's about it, I think. Okay. Just gonna remove the fail-safey thing. Alright. Okay, cool. That's about... Alright, that's Glacave done. So, yeah. Naughty. But okay, it's okay, we will fixie. Unless you don't want to, in which case we will delete that. Okay, let's do that, let's do that, and I'm going to put these notes where you can find them. That's going to be very good. And this is called the Frog. Wait, this thing might have been renamed. If I type in frog, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I need to go find something else that Why Do People Swear made, because I think this thing got renamed. I have a sneaking suspicion that this thing was renamed. What was its original name? Oh. Actually, I can look in here. Hold on. Not the solar flare, was it? Is this what I think it is? Is this thing what I think? Nope. How do I find this thing? Okay then, so... Not solar flare, what was it? Neutrino. Maybe it was the neutrino. By Ruby, also known as... Why do people say... Alright, there's the Gravistar. Stone Light. Nope. Where was the original entry for this thing? It was supposed to be called Needle, but it got renamed to Frog. Okay, thank you. It got renamed to Frog for some reason. Needle. Glacave Needle. Thank you. Alright, I still am not finding it. What's another thing you've submitted? I'm pretty sure the original blueprint was just some random thing. Oh, that's not helpful. Ooh. Okay, we can figure this out. We can figure this out. Wait, no. Wait, I just had an idea. There's tags I can use. So what do I want? I want structure. Building? No, what was it? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Did they get rid of the structure tab or building? Or installation? Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm having trouble finding this. Frog was an acronym. It was an acronym for something. There's one building around the north I know has been giving people PTSD. Probably. The whole campaign gives people PTSD. Look, I'm just gonna go on the main menu and, like, you know, dangle the penis keys while I try and find this thing. Because I do want to find it. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't. Where is it? What would I be looking for? What is another thing by... What's another thing you've built? Why do people swear? Because if I find that, then I'll find your workshop profile, and then I can find this original thing. Just so I can post it somewhere you can easily find it. I probably don't need to, but I want to. I did look at another thing, the stream that you made. The hell was it? Was it the Pulsar? Nope, it was not. That was not it. Wait. Oh, I found it. Oh, I found it. It's just called regular triple. That's why it was renamed. There we go. Found it. Regular triple weapon emplacement structure. Officers swear the cat sees were accidental. Actually, were those surprisingly enough. Steam Workshop link. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, solar flare. Okay, perfect. We found. I didn't recognize that because it's underwater. Perfect. Okay, we did it. Alright, just gonna put these notes here. You've been watching this whole time, so I know you got it. But this is just for your convenience. Because I'm a fan of convenience. Okay! We just inspected all of Glakave. That's beautiful. Hello, Amphitasma Bombardier. Nice to see you on the loading screen. Yay! Okay, nice one, people. We all got homework to do. Neko Boy Blue is playing Battletech. So, we inspected Glakave. Look at that. Look at that. Glakave, all inspect. That took a really long time. There was a lot of notes on Glakave stuff. Which means next week we can start on the Stoneland Presence. And oh boy, that's going to take even longer. They have the least craft out of anybody. But there is a lot of notes on them. Because the Stoneland Presence as a whole needs to be like way more formidable. So there's going to be a lot of functionality feedback for them. The Bone Light presents. You would like that. Alright, thank you so much, everyone. Stream's done. We've only gone half an hour over time, no worries. Okay, so, let us, if you're watching this later on YouTube, please do remember to subscribe, because that'll be very good. Just for me in general. Temple of Anubis about to get an entire grocery list of notes. Unfortunately, you're probably right. Oh no, okay. Let's raid out to Neko Boy Blue, because Neko Boy Blue is cool. Neko, whoops. I know how to spell Neko Boy Blue. Neko Boy Blue, raid. Aha! Are you ready for raid? Alright, so, everyone who raids Neko Boy Blue, remember to ask if he's playing a Transformers game. He'll love that. Don't actually do that. Battletech is its own thing. Okay then, see you next week, people. Remember to go watch the new video that's just been uploaded on the main Borderwise channel. More campaign stuff, it is good. Farewell.